Here's an example of some of the things that she wants out of the big, beautiful bill. Partial list here. State authorization to conduct border security and immigration enforcement. Language barring non-citizens or permanent residents from receiving SNAP. Okay, funding cap on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which the Republicans want to do away with altogether. She says no-go on all of that. Now, remember, President Trump wants all these things. Why is a woman who's unelected, by my account, she may be one of the most powerful unelected bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., having any say in this? Republicans can rebuke her. They don't have to listen to her. Will they have the stones to stand up for what's right? I want to bring in now from Unleash Prosperity, Executive Director Tim Dozier is with us. Tim, welcome to the program.
Hey, Grant, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Tim. So when I first heard of this story, I thought, this woman's still around? Harry Reid had hired her, and what is John Thune still doing looking to her for what's okay and what's not?
Oh, and that kind of turns it to the other lens, doesn't it? I mean, the Republicans have control of the Senate, by more than just 51 seats. So why is she still there? Why is the Joint Committee on Taxation still scoring things so poorly for us that we can't get anything through this? Why is the CBO still scoring things so poorly? This is in the hands of the Republicans at this point. And so it's one of those questions you're asking. The answer is I guess it's a fight they don't want to engage with. And the problem with the route that they're taking to get one big, beautiful bill passed is it's the reconciliation route. It's the it's going through these procedures that are Senate rules. These are Senate rules. It's not like this is a Constitution rule. They make this up. So they have to play by the rules that they're doing, and that's biting them in the behind right now.
All right, there are some Republicans also sounding the alarm on this. This is Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Take a listen to what he had to say.
They have the parliamentarian, the supposed Senate parliamentarian, nothing against her, but the Senate sets these rules. She enforces the rules. And because of those rules now, they're saying that where we cut back and say that you cannot subsidize, the federal government cannot subsidize sanctuary cities and federal dollars should not go to them. She said that we couldn't do that. Then we also said that you couldn't give food stamps, benefits, SNAP to illegals. And she said, no, you can't do that. There's a whole list.
She may say it, Tim, but what about the idea that we disagree with her? We think you can do it. And there's a lot of scholars that say you can and even work within the rules of the Senate.
Well, that would have to be a decision that Leader Thune's going to make. It's just like Senator Reid, Harry Reid, way back, and I believe it was 2012 or 13 when he blew up the filibuster. That's going to have to be a decision that that Senator Thune, Leader Thune makes. And I'm wondering if that's going to come to pass here, because, again, what he's doing is he's tying the House's hands to the Senate. They have to go with what the Senate rules are. And so it's one of these complex things where the House is going to say, hey, we've got this stuff here that we want to do, but it's the Senate and their strategy for getting this bill passed. So, again, this is going to come down to fortitude and whether or not they're able to outsmart the parliamentarian to get what they need across the finish line.
I think the first order of business would be to fire her and let's hire a parliamentarian not hired by Harry Reid. And again, nothing against her. I don't know. She may not be a bad lady, but right now it looks like everything. Look, I've got another graphic here. Let me put up the other graphic of what else she's trying to stop here. Easing offshore oil and gas project compliance. This is graphics 2, guys, if you can put it up for me. Repeal the EPA rule limiting air pollution emitted by passenger vehicles. Altering the RAINS Act and selling off millions of acres of public land. These are all things President Trump wants. She's blocking all these things. Tim, it just seems to me like it leaves the American public shaking their head. How do we get ourselves in these positions?
Your mouth to God's ears. You are preaching to the choir right now. And let me tell you this is also one of the other downfalls of this, ceding to this non-elected authority, which is these are all quote unquote pay-fors that we're trying to get rid of to accomplish getting, small business taxes cut and accomplish getting all the priorities that we want to get in one big, beautiful bill across the finish line. So now they're going to have to go back to the finish line so they can, or go back to the drawing table to then say, oh, we have to capitulate to the Joint Committee on Taxation and the CBO in order to get the score in order. So this is a double whammy right now of bureaucracy here in D.C. And I want to emphasize that point. Every agency that I talk to in this town here in Washington, D.C. has the same exact excuse. Well, hey, look, I'd do it, but hey, we're bound by prior law. We're bound to do this. And it's enough. And it's very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, the old, well, that's the way it's always been done deal has sunk Washington. And times are changing, but still very frustrating.